Hey everyone, I'm Nick and welcome to the channel. This is my 2009 Range Rover Sport that I bought for $575 at auction. I've been rebuilding it, and this is what's left of the fuel tank shield. Now before we get started, I do want to say that my part was rusted into two pieces, so supporting the tank when you remove the old shield might be a little different if yours is in one part. And the other thing is, I refer to this as both the shield and the strap. I think the official part name is the fuel tank strap, but it also serves as a shield. Another thing I want to suggest is that if you're going to do this job, you work with a tank that's empty, because I was working with it 3/4 full, and that makes it a little bit harder to shuffle things around to align the new part. Now with that out of the way, let's get to it. All right, so here is our new part. You can see this funky box. So let's get it open. Yeah, there is new hardware. Oh, okay, so they're captive on here. At least some of them. There's a little bit of new hardware, not all of it. Okay, so the ones on the ends might be the ones that you start with, because they're held onto the plate with little retainers. Genuine part too. As you saw before, we have two mounting points here. That one rusted away and came off. This one's here. We got one at the back, right there. We got two bolts right here. And then back here we have a bolt for the heat shield. This one was damaged. I pulled it back. There's like a little stud here. And then this one is ripped off from in here. Looks like there's a little something right here. Don't really know what that's gonna be. And then up here, there's another bolt up there by the drive shaft. You can see them there. Oh, and great, there's a cable that runs in there too. They'll have to pop out too. All right, and I think that's everything. So yeah, the first thing I'm gonna do is the heat shield, and then maybe the bolt up here, because that way I can work from the outside and have the tank supported by a jack. But it looks like there's another small little nut here. Yeah. Okay, I might have to undo those as well. Why'd that crack? Okay. All right, I have to look around some more. You can see right here the bolts thread in there and there. We have that stud here for the heat shield, but the heat shield's damaged around this. And then right here, we have the threaded hole for the bolt that holds the heat shield there. What are you doing here? What are you doing here? Oh, great.
What happened?
It just sheared off a bolt. It's fine. Well, we could get one that fits.
Yeah, but don't we have to get the bolt out?
No, because this one was holding the heat shield in place. Eight millimeter ratcheting can help for the two little bolts here. I think we need to put the jack in here soon.
Okay.
It's still supported at the ends. Okay, go ahead. Okay, stop. Now we can remove the bolts that held on the front part of the shield. No. I need something to like get this on there. This bolt is damaged. Because the 13mm bolt started rounding off, I hammered on a 12mm socket to keep going.
What's wrong?
It came off. It started turning, so I'm gonna have to hammer it back on. Damn it.
What happened?
Twisted off. This twisted off the bolt, so it might have rounded it a bit more. No, it turned fine for a while, and it bound up a bit. This is the part where things kind of went off the rails, and I spent a couple of hours trying different bolt extractors, and I even broke out the induction heater before cutting off the head of the bolt with a Sawzall. After the shield was off, I tried a few more things that also didn't work, so I put some ratchet straps across the frame rails to support the fuel tank and called it a day. Okay, so here's where we are with this bolt. I'm actually in the garage now on the quick jacks because working on this is going to be easier. And here's what I've done since. I've tried knocking sockets onto the original head of the bolt, did a bunch of stuff. I cut it, then I put a nut on, and I tried to weld it on, and that didn't work. Maybe I picked the wrong nut. So anyway, now the nut is loose. So I'm going to grind this off, and then I'm going to try to either drill it out or something. We'll find out what we can do. So the plan right now is to grind this off, maybe get this nut off, maybe try to get a stud thing I can hammer on to try to unscrew it, or just drill it out. So I guess we'll do what we can. It's been quite the hassle getting this to, come off. And then once I'm done that, I'm probably gonna have to get this back on the ramps because the quick jacks are in the way of getting the new strap / shield on. So that's gonna be a whole thing. But first, we're gonna work on this, what's left of this bolt. Since my attempts to get the nut off didn't work, I smoothed out the metal to start drilling the bolt out. Oh, no, no, no. Here, I was pretty upset because I thought the drill bit broke off in the bolt. Luckily, it broke off after I made it all the way through. Ow, it's hot. Got it. Nice. I got it. I just got it.
Oh, good.
Just now. And the threads are good. Woo! Woo! Ow. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to treat some of the rust in here. And to do that, I'm actually going to use Corroseal rust converter. So I'm going to brush this off so we have a good prepped surface. And then be careful not to get into the bolt retainer because we want to be able to screw the bolts in. But you can see I'm going to treat right here and then again over here and also in up by where we were working just earlier. Yeah, I'll probably have to touch up a couple spots like under this pad where it's jacked up on, but I can do that before we put the strap on the tank once we're on the ramps again, because we're going to have to put it on the ramps so we can actually fit it on here. You can see it's kind of blue here. Once it turns black, it's ready to go. So And now it's time to put the new shield on. Whoops, okay. Okay. We're about in the right spot. All right, come forward. All right, try to go up. Okay, step a second. Now we're binding on the strap. So I'm gonna go try to loosen that. It's probably gonna drop 4 inches.
I think 4 inches.
Yeah, go ahead. Okay, stop. I'm gonna take the strap out. Okay. It's just a pull hard situation. This is something that might have been a little bit easier if the tank were empty. All right. And now it's time to work on aligning the bolts. Oh, the heat shield's falling off. Okay, actually, you know what? You push it in. Okay, drop it a tiny bit. And just push it forward. You could drop it a little more if you need. Okay, forward. Okay, keep going a bit more. Forward. Okay, stop. Jack it up a bit more. Okay. It's actually pretty close on this side now. Okay, I got one. To align the rest of the bolts, we had to reposition the jack to shift it into the right place. Okay, go ahead. Lower it a bit.
Lower it a bit?
Yeah. It's moving. A little more. Okay, up. Okay, that's okay. Okay, we are now supported in 3 spots. Everything seems fine right now, so. Next is this one. Up here. Looks like it's almost aligned. I'm gonna have to knock it over into place a bit. Actually, I don't know if we need the jack anymore, since it's supported on 4 out of 5. Oh, jeez. Can you lower the jack a bit? This last bolt gave me some trouble because it got stuck out of alignment as I raised up the shield. Luckily, I was able to free it easily, but getting it lined up ended up being a whole ordeal. For some reason, even with all the bolts loosened, I wasn't able to shift it far enough to line up. To get it to fit, I ended up removing the captive bolt, lowering the shield enough to get access with the Dremel, and extending the slot in the shield. Once I confirmed everything lined up properly, I used some touch-up paint to protect the bare metal where I extended the slot. With the last bolt in, I tightened everything up. Alright, now we're going to put the bolts through here. There's one in the corner and one right here. With that, the heat shield is secured, but I will come back in the future to fix the other 2 attachment points. So now that we have the fuel tank strap installed, we can make the appointment to get the salvage inspection done and get this back on the road. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, and if this video helped you out, let me know down in the comments. And if you have any idea of why this ended up like this, let me know down in the comments too. If you want to see more videos like this, or you want to see this truck when it's back on the road, be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.